The general public remains concerned about the whereabouts of Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, who has not been seen in public for at least 10 days. Kindiki did not attend the state dinner ushering in the new year at the Kisii State Lounge, sparking a debate among Kenyans about a possible fallout between him and his boss, President William Ruto.
He's handing over the Constitution to His Excellency the Deputy President.
Some are drawing comparisons to past regimes, while others speculate that Kindiki might simply be spending quality time with family during the holiday season.
I, Kithure Kindiki.
It has been barely 3 months since the current deputy president was sworn in, following the ouster of his predecessor Rigathi Gachagua, who has since emerged as a vocal opposition figure against the government. The soft-spoken political leader was last seen publicly on Friday, December 20, 2024 during an inspection tour of classroom renovations in Gao Garsen constituency, Tana River County. Prior to that, Kindiki engaged with the media at his official residence in Karen, Nairobi on December 19th. While a recent social media post from Kindiki hours ago conveyed a heartfelt New Year message, it has done little to quell the public concerns. Many Kenyans remain unsatisfied, questioning the reason behind his extended silence. Paul Munio for Pulse Media.
That was Kithure Kindiki as we were ushering in the new year. Happy New Year, by the way. We didn't see Kithure Kindiki anywhere in Kisii State Lodge. Is there something happening? And being this is the first new year that we are crossing in with him being the deputy president, doesn't it just make sense? The deputy president and the president would be in the same room to usher in the new year in unity. What is going on? I am looking through all the pictures, all the videos, even when they were dancing Kasongo. Look, where is Kithure Kindiki? Is something happening? Because there are rumors on the internet saying that the president and Kithure Kindiki are not in talking terms. If this is not a testament, then I don't know what is. Because it is state functions like these that leaders cannot miss. When the president it doesn't just make sense. It doesn't make sense. Look at all the pictures. All these pictures. I can't see Kindiki anywhere. Someone actually said that Kindiki's seat was reserved, but he didn't turn up. And when you don't turn up and the president has already arrived, your seat is usually removed from the podium. So what happened? What is happening? Anyone who knows, please put it in the comment section. Let us know. Do you want to tell us 2025 has started and they are not in talking terms? It's so soon for them to have any issues, surely. Because what does that mean? Does it mean there's a problem? Is there an emergency that Kithure Kindiki had to attend to? And remember, he's not the Interior CS. So he's supposed to be with the president, especially on an occasion like this. The only thing that assures us that Kindiki is okay is the fact that he tweeted around 12 or 13 minutes after midnight and said, Happy New Year. And also the weird part is at the end, he said, Deputy President, Republic. I'm like, of course, your Twitter account clearly states that you are the Deputy President. You don't have to tell us. But for him to also sign off and remind us that he's the Deputy President, is there something that is supposed to reveal? Are there people maybe within or around the president that are causing these problems? Because remember, Rigathi Gachagua, when he was leaving, he said the people around the president sometimes exert this show of power to make you feel a bit intimidated even though you are the deputy president. So is the same thing happening with the people around the president? As you know, protocol usually calls that the deputy president, the president, and the speaker cannot be in the same area, most likely, because if anything happens, then what happens? But in this case, the deputy president was supposed to be there because this is his first function as they cross into the new year. He has never celebrated any new year with the president. So this is actually very revealing that there's actually a problem within the government. You tell me what you think.
Good afternoon. Yesterday, Kindiki posted at 13 minutes past midnight, being the first time since 20th of this month. And this is very strange because he did not attend the president's tour of Nyanza. He wasn't there yesterday at the Kisii State Lodge during the president's speech to welcome the new year. I think Kindiki should have stayed in the Ministry of Interior. Rumor has it that one of the president's key men instructed him, ordered him actually commanded him to go to the mountain and launch or share registration drive, and also to go and popularize the president's agenda in the mountain. And there was also argument about him not wanting to take over the mountain. He's moving very slow. So, Nasir today, he made a tweet and he said it is normal for Kenya and especially Africa for politicians, or in this case, the deputy presidents, and he quoted Gachagua and the current president when he was the DP, that it is better to cry loudly rather than silently, because when you cry silently, you will bring a lot of burden and trouble to your wife and children. But when you cry loudly, your neighbors will come and help you. So Kindiki is being advised, if things are not working out, he should come out and say it, that is not working. So what's happening? Simple. It is very difficult to assist Kasongo. It is very difficult because it is not Kasongo as much as the people surrounding Kasongo who make things very, very thick. So Kindiki's, then someone else said, there's someone who commented under the same post and he said that Kindiki likes taking things slowly and therefore probably is preparing for something. There's no preparing for something when you don't show up for your president, for your boss's events when you're supposed to be there. I think he was also afraid, just like Gachagua, that probably Gachagua said he was going to be poisoned in Kisumu. Could that be the problem? What's happening with Kindiki? Is it because he's offended by this key person of the president? Okay. Anyway, I don't know. Do you have ideas? But the guy seems to be in distress. He posted one line, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless Kenya. That was it for the New Year. He never wished Kenyans Merry Christmas. He was just silent. And remember, first, the second lady has only been seen once in public since Kindiki took over the deputy president. And that was during the inauguration. Okay. Msikia hii. Apparently, the deputy president na Kasongo hawako pamoja. Ni kama paradise imeisha haraka. Well, number one, I hear Kasongo is not happy with Mr. Kindiki because when Kindiki was called for the press, there are things he agreed with Kasongo that to throw Gachagua under the bus. But Kindiki refused, insisting that Rigiji was still his friend. After that, nasikia hawaendangi pamoja mikutano. Atokelezei mahali Kasongo anatokelezea. And another thing is, he's not happy that Kindiki has allowed Kasongo, Rigathi to have a lot of influence in Mount Kenya. Yet he himself is not doing anything. And you saw Abdi Nasir complaining that Kindiki has not arranged for any homecoming like others. And number three, Kasongo is saying he made a very serious mistake for impeaching Gachagua. He feels that that was rushed and it was done without proper consultation. It should have been done better. Then, finally, I hear Kasongo is thinking of having a handshake with Gachagua, but he is careful because he feels that Gachagua might not be willing for a handshake, since he has already great plans for 2027.
Guys, hey, I've seen this letter ya Hassan. Manze go through, soma. Na by then nimeona ni ukweli. Because Hassan is trying to explain the reason why Kindiki hawayuko in good term na Ruto. And he's saying since that time kulikuwa na media interview ya Kindiki, the Kindiki was given instruction to expose Gachagua. But Kindiki alihepa, an extent alikuwa anaita Gachagua his brother. And that imefanya Ruto akakuwa so furious na unhappy with Kindiki. Na since then Kindiki hajakuwa akiendanisha ama akienda meeting za Ruto. Unakuta tu hayuko, he's not around as expected. But sasa ile kitu imenishangaza sana, it is the complaint Kindiki amekuwa naye. Kindiki amesema he's not supposed to take instruction from his junior. The same complaint yenye Gachagua alikuwa naye, ya kwamba ana take instruction from his junior. So what will happen next? Sasa itabidi tena impichiwe ama kutaenda aje? Yaani mtu wote akicross aside Ruto anaonyeshwa mlango. Now what next?
Sisi tulitaka Recho, hatukutaka Lea. Kindiki ni mzuri na ni wetu, jinsi Lea alivyokuwa dadake Recho, lakini sisi hatukutaka Lea, tulitaka Recho. Na Recho wetu ni Rigathi. Sasa nasikia ati umeteua mawaziri. Ati mmoja anaitwa Mutahi Kagwe kutoka Nyeri. Ati Liki Nyanjui kutoka kule Nakuru. Ati na Kabogo William kutoka Kiambu. William Ruto rais wetu, wale ni Lea. Sisi tulitaka Recho. Hata ukaleta wangapi, hata 100, wale watakuwa Lea. Wetu sisi tuliyempenda na tuliyemfanyia kazi miaka 7 ni Recho, na ndiye huyu anayekaa hapa. Kwa hivyo usichoke, na mlima ushakutoka, ushaenda, umeenda. Inatufanya tujiulize maswali. Kwa nini kila tukipata rais kutoka bonde la ufa ananyanyasa watu, anaua uchumi wa kitaifa na analeta mipango mingine ambayo haieleweki?
Yes, good evening and a happy new year, guys. There is heat in the presidency, that is between William Ruto and his deputy Kindiki. Kindiki had questioned about the abductions that are happening all over the country last year. Na nasikia ni kama Kindiki alisambwa kofi by the seniors. Unajua State House ina wenyewe. So this brought commotions, and there is a cold war between Kindiki and Mr. President William Ruto. But that does not concern us. That is their own battles. Ni mtu na bibi yake wanapigana. Because he chose him himself. Hata hatukuwa tumemwambia atuchagulie. In fact, that was in his own options. So tuko hapa sasa kwa Kindiki na Mount Kenya. Hapa ndio vita iko, sababu there is another cold war between Kindiki and Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta on who should bring back Mount Kenya to William Samoei Ruto. Na ndio mnaona hata Mr. Uhuru Kenyatta ameanza kuleta the Mainajenga factor kwa hii situation, at least aone kutest the waters, the reaction on the ground. Hakuna reaction, in fact hakuna. Mainajenga wenda na watu wako, kama walishindwa kukuweka sijui MP kwenu, nini wanaweza kupea? So that means Mwongiki hata hawajafika 20,000. Ni vijana tu wachache unatumianga kama tissue paper to gain the finances from the political class. Alafu sasa tuko hapa kwa huu Makarena, huyu alienda huko, huu Mumeru alienda huko kutukana Mr. Rigathi Gachagua. Wewe hatutasumbuana na yeye, wewe tumekuachia Mungu. Let God deal with you like he has been dealing with you before. We know you are a bandit.
Guys, I'm not sure if I'm the only one who saw this during the swearing in of our Deputy President, Kindiki. Is God telling us something?
And that I will not directly
and that I will not directly
or indirectly
When he was saying he will not reveal the secrets, the flags were just saying no. The gods were saying no. This is where the problem will begin.
come to my knowledge
I shall come to my knowledge
in the discharge of my duties
in the discharge of my duties
and committed to my secrecy.
and committed to my secrecy
There will be no secret. The secrets will come out.
To my secrecy.
and committed to my secrecy.
So help me God.
So help me God.
This is the same problem that our previous deputy president had. When it came to him keeping quiet, he couldn't keep quiet. I think what this is telling us is when it comes to deputizing our president, the problem becomes when you see things and when you hear things that you cannot keep quiet about. And that's where your problem begins. What do you guys think? Why is it that the flags were all over him all of a sudden, and the moment he said, "So help me God," they stopped? Maybe I'm just overthinking. But why is it that these flags were just stationary for a very long time, then all of a sudden, when it comes to secrets and all these matters that he's supposed not to reveal, then this happened?
Of my duties
In the discharge of my duties
and committed to my secrecy.
and committed to my secrecy.
You tell me why. I'm just overthinking, maybe. Maybe I'm overthinking. It's like, God has very mysterious ways of communicating. And I feel like this was one way that he told Kenyans, watch out. These signs, they usually show up. Even in the previous deputy's president swearing in, things just started to happen and he couldn't hear what the person was saying.
Of the Republic of Kenya. Of the Republic
that I will diligently
serve the people.
discharge my duties.
So maybe I'm just overthinking, guys. But what do you think?
Now the next election,
yes.
Unajua hawa ndio watakuwa nasema fagia wote ama mtasema namna gani? This generation,
yes,
they use their might because they didn't vote. The largest vote in the last election.
You like me, why them a fight me. You like me, chewing a bomb, and a bite it. You like me, chewing a bite it. Don't like, power and you. When I touch them, even if we put them. When I touch them, you find not touch them. When I touch them, what damn and I shoot them. In farm, I say, you must